What's going on, guys? This is Vlad and a very quick video on how price delivers around first presented fair value gaps, something that I shared with you in an earlier video today. And I wanted to show it to you that today it happened again. Okay, it happened again. See here, after we open a relative equal lows engineered where here these two at 10 o'clock and 10:30. That's Tuesday, April 1st. Okay, Tuesday, April 1st, first presented fair value gap, relative equal lows right there. Then we can use today's first presented fair value gap in order to find our setup, which will deliver lower below these relative equal lows and ultimately even lower on the day. Now, we also have here relative equal lows, these two, that are the ones which formed right after 7 o'clock, so in pre-session. The ones Michael is teaching us to look at, okay? And if we draw the fib from today's first presented fair value gap to this Tuesday, April 1st, first presented fair value gap, you'll see that these relative equal lows, they formed around equilibrium, the ones before 7. You will also see that initially price, it went down. There was a fairly small opening range gap, which I can quickly plot here so you can see it. It was rather small. How many points is that? Like 18 points. Okay, so what that means? It means the morning session will most probably be a high resistance liquidity run or more of a consolidation. Okay, so this is exactly what we saw for most of the morning. So these are the little things that tell you what to expect from the session. But after we dropped initially here, look where it stops. Where is the market accumulating? Right at the first quadrant in this range here. Look, accumulating there. It didn't take the relative equal lows that formed after 7 o'clock. It accumulated right above them, right at the upper quadrant of this range between these two gaps. Okay, then we had an obvious manipulation up before we dropped down. That was our market structure shift. Okay, here, that's the 2022 model. You have series of gaps here, but you see how the first presented fair value gap actually holds price here, 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 and then eventually we start dropping down all the way to where we are right now. Okay, so you see how these levels, how the market is respecting them, right? Exactly what I'm trying to teach you in my series right now, and this thing happens every single day. And if you learn to recognize these things, you learn to pay attention to these details, which is not that hard, honestly. You just have to give it time. You just have to devote to the process, submit to the process, give it time, and these things, I promise you guys, it will get easier over time. Just don't try to rush things and try to get rich quick. That it's not get rich quick process. But if you spend time, if you devote time, I'm sure you'll be able to figure it out. Okay, we'll be able to figure it out together. So just wanted to show you how the market respects these levels. And then later on, if you notice here, we created relative equal highs also at the first presented fair value gap. We also created relative equal highs at the Wednesday first presented fair value gap. So that's Wednesday, April 2nd. See this? These gaps, guys, are prime candidates to be swept. Okay, they are a magnet for price, and they form right around these first presented fair value gaps. See what the market is doing right now. Did it sweep here? Yes, it did. Is it going to sweep here? I think so. Let's wait and see. Anyway, this is what I wanted to show you very, very quick. I actually did take a trade today on the CFD contracts right here. So it was from the first presented fair value gap. I took an initial loss right at the open. I went in too early. Didn't wait for manipulation because of the lack of news, and I paid the price. I took a loss here, but then after seeing the price action around the first presented fair value gap, this was my entry short with stop loss above this order block. And then here was my exit. Exit was at relative equal lows, which formed at London. So if we go back to the futures contracts, you'll see. Let me put the sessions so you can see. Here, relative equal lows of London and relative equal lows of Asia. Okay, and then you have this low of the PM session, which was my final exit. Okay, on my second trade. The second trade yielded pretty much 3 times more than I lost on the first one. So I'm happy with that. And it was a demo, just for the transparency's sake. It was a demo trade. Anyway, just showing you these things, guys, because they repeat every single day. Okay, and if you pay attention, you'll be able to capitalize on these very, very easy moves, I would say. Anyway, if you didn't watch today's episode on the first presented fair value gaps, please leave. I'll leave a link in the description so you can check it out. I don't think you want to miss this one. It's very, very good. I promise you, all this series that I'm doing on everything I've discovered so far on first presented fair value gaps are worth your time, because there is a lot of sauce in there. Okay, and we will gradually build a model around these gaps that will deliver very, very consistently, guys, and I'm sure you're gonna love it. All right, if you're new around here, hit the subscribe button, smash the like on this video, and I will catch you in the next one. I'm out of here.